Hello everyone. In the today's video, now I am going to discuss the examples on Adam-Bash fourth method here. Okay, the previous videos, now already all of you know that the Taylor series method, modified Euler's method, Runge-Kutta method, Millness method. Now the next one here, the another method, the Adam-Bash fourth method here. Okay, the first example here. Given dy by dx 2 e power x minus y along with the initial conditions here. Okay, first we can specify in terms of, okay, here h 0.1, the common difference. X naught 0, y naught, here the 2, x1 0.1, y1 2.010, x2 0.2, y2 2.040, x3, okay, the given x3 here 0.3, y3 2.090. Now we can estimate at the particular point x4 0.4, y4 value to find out. Okay, with the help of the Adam-Bash fourth method here. Okay, now what about your S? F naught. Now f of x naught comma y naught. Okay, f of x naught comma y naught means here already here function available 2 e power x naught minus y naught. Okay, x naught value 0. Now we can replace e power 0 1 here, 2 into the, now the corresponding here y naught value 2 here. Now that's why here 0. Now we can specify f naught. Now the next one, f1, f of x1 comma y1 s 2 into the e power x1 minus y1. Okay, the values corresponding available. With the help of calculator, now I can substitute. Now I can simplify 0.2003. Now we can denote in terms of. Right, now f2 here. Okay, the f2 can be specified in terms of, now f of x2 comma y2 2 e power x2 minus y2 here. Now using calculator, now we can simplify. Now we get 0.4028. Now f3 here. Okay, now what about the f3? Now we can specify in terms of f of x3 comma y3, right? Now the 2 into the e power x3 minus y3. Okay, using calculator, now we can simplify. Now we get the 0.6097. Now we can denote here. Okay, here now the next observation. Okay, next we can specify in terms of the corresponding here. Okay, we have Adam-Bash predictor formula. Okay, Adam-Bash predictor formula means here now we can specify in terms of y4 p here. Now we can denote in terms of y3 here. Now we can represent in terms of plus h by 24, right? Now we can represent in terms of 55 f3 minus 59 f2 plus 37 f1 minus 9 f0. Now we can specify here. Okay, now what about the next observation? Now we can specify in terms of y4p here. Now y3 from the table now already available 2.090 plus h value 0.1. Now denominator 24, right? 55 f3 from the table f3 available. Now we can specify in terms of 0.6097. Now we can denote in terms of minus 59 into f2. Okay, f2 means here 0.4028 plus 37 into the f1. f1 means here 0.2003 minus 9 f0. Okay, f0 means here 0. Now we can specify here. Okay, with the help of calculator, now we can simplify. Now we can find out the values of y4p here. Now we can represent in terms of 2.1616 here. Okay, now that will be the predictor value. Okay, next we required the next one, the corresponding here f4p we required here. Okay, now the specify here f4p we can find out f of x4 comma y4p here. Okay, now the already the available is now the 2 into the e power x4 minus y4p. Now after the simplifying, now we get, now what about here s, now we can specify in terms of the 0.8220. Okay, next we have the Millness character formula. Okay, we have the Millness character formula. Now we can specify in terms of y4c is equal to the y3. Okay, now we can represent in terms of the corresponding here y3 h by 24, right? Now we can specify 9 f4p, now the plus 19 f3, now minus 5 f2 plus f1 here. Okay, now substitution. Now what about here s y4c, now we can denote in terms of y3 here. Okay, from the table now y3 here 2.090 plus h value 0.1 by 24, right? Next, okay, 9 f4p. Okay, 9 now we can denote in terms of f4p previously simplified 0.8220 plus 19 f3. Okay, f3 means here from the table 0.6097 minus 5 into the f2. Okay, f2 means here 0.4028 plus f1. Okay, f1 means here 0.2003. Okay, with the help of calculator, now we can find out y4c is equal to the, now the answer, the 2.1615 here. Now we can specify it. Okay, we get the better accurate value in such a way that one more f4c you can find out, f of x4 comma y4c here. Okay, now the same replace with the 2 e power x4 minus y4c. Okay, the previous value consider. Now we can represent in terms of 0.82215 here we get. Okay, finally we can specify in terms of, okay, the y4c1. Okay, the same expansion. Instead of here 0.220, now you just replace here because here f4p here, f4c value replace. Now we get now the corresponding here y4c1 here 2.1615. Finally, y of 0.4 2.1615 now we can denote here. Okay, now what about your s? Okay, in the once again the repetition of the example here. Okay, the initially data given along with the function also given. Now the first identify the h value, the common difference from the x here. Now the table construct x data now is 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. Y value here is y0 value 2, the corresponding y1, y2, y3. We have to estimate y4 value at the particular point of the corresponding the x4 0.4 here. Okay, now the function given as f, we can assign f of x comma y to e power x minus y here. Okay, now f naught, f of x naught y naught, first find out, f1 find out, f2 find out, f3 find out, replacing the corresponding the x3 here, y3 here, x2 y2 likewise here. Okay, now using calculator, now we can simplify the data. Okay, next observation is we have the Adam-Bash predictor formula. Okay, we have the formula y4p here, y3 plus h by 24, 55 f3 minus 59 f2 plus 37 f1 minus 9 f naught here. Okay, now what about the next one? Now we can specify in terms of, okay, y4p here, okay, substitute the data, we get y4p here 2.1616 here. Okay, now the next one, f4p here, f of x4 comma y4p here, now substitute 0.8220 here. Now using Millness character formula, okay, now the character formula available here, y4c, y3 plus h by 24, 9 f4p plus 19 f3 minus 5 f2 plus f1 here. Okay, all the data available substitute, here already f4p, now simplified f4p, now replace. Now using calculator, now we get y4c here 2.1615 here. Now the next observation, okay, the next one means here, to get the better accurate the result, now another one f4c we can find out, f of x4 y4c, now we get 0.822115 here. Now the next considering here is y4c1, now we can specify in terms of the 2.1615 here, y of 0.4 is nothing but, okay, now 2.1515 here, or 2.1615 here. Okay, is it clear all of you? Now one of the important observation in such a way that we can estimate y4 value at the particular point of x4 using Adam-Bash fourth method. Okay, now that will be the important thing here. Okay, next second example. Okay, the next second example. Okay, the second example, dy by dx, the numerator x square, denominator y square plus 1. Now the initial data is given, now y of 0 up to the y of 0.75. Okay, now what about here? By Adam-Bash method, now we have to find y of 0.1. Okay, we have to find out the y of 0.1 here. Okay, here now the next observation, now as the answer here h, now we can take in terms of 0.25, the common difference. Okay, now the next table values, now we can specify in terms of, okay, x data, now the y, now the f function f of x comma y, right, now x square denominator y square plus 1, the function available. Okay, now what about the next one? Now we can consider in terms of x naught. Okay, x naught. Okay, now refer the initial data here 0, y naught 1, x1. Okay, x1. Now the next one 0.25. Now y1 is 1.0026 here. Now x2 here 0.5. Now the y2 here 1.0206. Now we can specify in terms of, now x3 here 0.75. Now y3 here is, now we can specify in terms of 1.0679. Now we can denote in terms of, now x4 1.0, y4 values to find out. Okay, now by using the Adam-Bash fourth method here, okay, now we can specify in terms of the formula, we can denote in terms of, we have the Adam-Bash predictor formula. Okay, now S y4p is equal to the y3 plus h by 24. Next one we can specify 55f3 minus 59f2 plus 37f1 minus 9f0. Okay, here initially we consider the formula y4p here as y4p, right, y3. Okay, before going to the y3 here, first we have to find out the corresponding the f0 value. Okay, the f0 value means here now we can specify in terms of f of x0 comma y0 is nothing but x0 square denominator y0 square plus 1. Now the substitute simplification. Okay, now we can specify in terms of the corresponding here x0 0, that's why here 0 now we can denote. Now f1 here f of x1 comma y1. Okay, f of x1 comma y1, substitute in the function here. Now we get 0.0312. Now f2 here, now we can specify in terms of f2. Now f of x2 comma y2, right, 0. Now we can denote in terms of 1225 after the simplification. Okay, f3 f of x3 comma y3. Okay, f of x3 comma y3 means here now we can specify in terms of 0.2628. Right. Okay, using this now we can estimate the corresponding y4p, that means the predictor value here. Okay, y3 here now from the table 1.0679 plus h value 0.25, now 24, right. Next we can specify in terms of 55f3 here. Okay, 55f3 means here 55 into the f3 here, now we can consider in terms of 0.2628 minus 59f2. Okay, f2 means here into 0.125 plus 37 into f1. Okay, f1 here 0.0312, right, minus 9 f0. f0 here 0. Now we can specify in terms of. Okay, now using calculator, now we can find out y4p is equal to the, okay, predictor value 1.1552. Now we can specify it. Okay, now that will be the predictor value. Next one, before going to the corrector value, okay, we required f4p. Okay, is nothing but f of x4 comma previous value, okay, f4p value. Okay, now substitution as x4 square denominator y4p square plus 1. Now simplifying here, now we get 0.4284 here. Okay, now next one, Adambash character formula. Okay, Adambash character formula means here now we can consider in terms of, okay, now what about here S, now we can specify in terms of y4c here, y3 now we can denote in terms of plus h by 24. Now the next one, now we can specify 9f4p plus 19f3 minus 5f2 plus f1 here. Okay, now what about here S, now we can specify next the observation y4c here, y3, okay, y3 here 1.0679 plus 0.25 denominator 25, right. Okay, 9 f4p, okay, f4p means here now we can 0.4284 plus 19 into the f3. Okay, f3 means here now we can consider in terms of 0.2628 minus 5 into the f2. f2 means here 0.1225 plus f1. f1 means here 0.0312. Okay, right. Now y4c is equal to the, y4c means here now the corrector value now we can consider in terms of 1.1540 here. Now the next one, now we can specify in terms of F4C. F of x4 comma y4, the C now we can replace, we can find out 0.42, right, 89. Okay, finally now we can specify in terms of y4c1, okay, the same expansion in place of 0.4284, that means here f4p here, f4c to replace here. Now we get, now the corresponding here, now 1.1541 here. Finally, therefore, y of 0.1, okay, now we can specify in terms of 0.1, 1.1541 here. Okay, now the final answer, now we can denote here. Okay, now the once again, the repetition of the example here. Okay, initially the function given, the initial conditions are given. First represent x initial data, y corresponding initial data, right? Okay, now for the function, first we have to find out f0, f1, f2, f3 depends upon the corresponding the initial values here. Okay, for example, f0, f of x0 comma y0. Substitute in the function, find out. f1, f of x1 comma y1. Now substitute in the function using calculator. Now we can find out. f2, f of x2 comma y2, substitute here, now simplify, we get f2. Likewise f3 here. Okay, next we have the Adam-Bash predictor formula. Okay, we have to estimate the next particular, the value of y4, the predictor value y3 plus h by 24, 55 f3 minus 59 f2 plus 37 f1 minus 9 f0 here. Okay, y4p here, substitute the data here, now h value 0.25, next expansion here, okay, y4p here 1.1552 here. Next, f4p, f of x4 comma y4p, now we can substitute 0.4284, now we can simplify it. Okay, Adam-Bash character formula is given by, okay, the better accurate result. Now next formula we consider y4c, y3 plus h by 24, right? Now the next one we can specify in terms of 9f4p plus 19f3 minus 5f2 plus f1. Okay, next y4c here, substitute the data, now we can consider in terms of here replace f4p, f3 replace, f2 replace, f1 substitute here. Okay, now after simplifying with the help of calculator, now we get y4c here 1.1540 here. Okay, now the next one, the once again now one more the better accurate result now we can obtain f4c, f of x4 comma y4c, now 0.4289. Okay, the next y4c1 same expansion in place of y4p, y4c replace here. Okay, now we get y4c1 1.1541 here. Okay, finally y of 0.1 is nothing but 1.1541 here. Okay, now that will be the important observations here. Okay, is it clear? Now we can estimate y4 value at the particular point of x4 1.0 here. Okay, now the next move to the next example. Adam-Bash method, find y of 4.4 here. Okay, now the first one, the answer now we can specify in terms of h here 0.1, first represent the initial data in terms of the corresponding the table form x, y value, okay, f function, f of x comma y, okay, the function is given 2 minus y square denominator 5x here. Okay, right, now the initial data x0, now check the given data, y of 4 equal to the 1 here, that's where x0 4, y0 1, first initial data. Now x1 here 4.1, y1 here 1.0049. Write x2 here 4.2, okay, along with y2, okay, here given the corresponding here 1.0097. Now x3 here 4.3, y3 here, okay, y3 now we can specify in terms of, okay, s the corresponding 1.0142 here. Now x4 4.4, y4 to find out the corresponding here, s now we can denote in terms of, okay, first one f naught, okay, f naught means here f of x naught comma y naught, okay, f of x naught comma y naught means here, okay, for the first one 2 minus y naught square, okay, the phi of x naught, substitute the data, now after simplifying we get 0.05, okay, directly written in terms of, okay, with the help of calculator substitute, now simplify, we get 0.05 here. Now f1 f of x1 comma y1, okay, x1 value along with the y1 value replace, okay, now what about the changes here, okay, now what about your s for the first one f of 1, now 0 point we get 0483. Now f2 here, okay, f2 here, now f of x2 comma y2, x2 comma y2 now we can specify here, okay, f of x2 comma y2 here, now we can denote in terms of next one after the simplifying 0.0, now the corresponding here 467. Now f3 here, okay, f3 now we can denote in terms of f of x3 comma y3, okay, f of x3 comma y3 means here 0.0452. Right, now next using these values, okay, now by using Adam-Bash predictor formula, okay, y4 p here y3 plus h by 24, now we can specify in terms of 55 f3 minus 59 f2 plus 37 f1 minus 9 f naught. Okay, now the next observation, okay, now substitute here y4p here y3, okay, y3 value here 1.0142 plus h value the common difference, now here 0.1, denominator 24. Now the next one 55 f3, okay, 55 f3 means here is 0.0452 minus 59 into the f2, f2 means here 0.0467 plus 37 into f1, f1 means here 0.0483 minus 9 into the f naught 0.05, now we can substitute here. Okay, now after the simplifying y4p here, okay, with the help of calculator, now we can simplify, we get, now what about here y4p here 1.0187, okay, the y4 the predictor value here. Okay, before going to the y4 the corrector value, okay, first we required f4p is nothing but f of x4 comma the value here y4p here is substitute in the function 2 minus y4p square, denominator 5 into the x4. Okay, now substitute the data, after simplifying we get 0.0437. Now next one Adam-Bash character formula. Okay, the Adam-Bash character formula is given by, now we can specify in terms of, right, y4c is equal to the, now we can denote in terms of y3 plus h by 24, right. Now the next one, now we can specify in terms of 9f4p plus 19f3 minus 5f2 plus f1 here. Okay, now substitute here. Y4c is equal to the, now the already all the data available. Now substitute here. Y3 here, now we can specify 1.0142, right. Now the next one plus h value 0.1 by 24. Okay, the 9 f4p means here the already simplified 0.0437 plus 19 f3 from the table 0.0452 plus, okay, negative sign, minus 5 into the f2, okay, from the table 0.0467 plus f1, okay, f1 means here 0.0483. Now simplification. Okay, y4c is equal to the, okay, the corrector value. Okay, the corrector value means here 1.0186. Okay, now what about your S? The better accurate result. Now one more time, now we can apply the same procedure. Okay, now we can assign f4c here, f of x4 comma y4c. Okay, initially predictor value, here replace with the corrector value. Okay, after simplifying, now we get 0.0437, right. Okay, finally we can specify in terms of y4c1, okay, the same expansion. In place of f4p, you just replace f4c here, rest of the remaining same terms. Okay, after simplifying with the help of calculator, now we get, okay, the corresponding the form 1.0186 here. Finally, therefore, y of 4.4 is equal to the 1.0186 here. Okay, here now the once again the explanation here. Now what about here is initial data is given. Okay, now the y dash 2 minus y square by 5x. Okay, the initial conditions are given. We have to estimate y of 4.4 by using Adam-Bash fourth method here. Okay, h also given 0.1. Okay, the common difference here. Okay, x value. Okay, initial data check. Now x value, now we can write down. Y initial data check. Now the y0, y1, y2, y3 now we can represent. We have to estimate y4 value at the particular point x4, 4.4 here. Okay, now that will be the important thing. Okay, now first we have to find out the corresponding function f0. Assign f of x0 comma y0. Now next one f of x1 comma y1. f2 f of x2 comma y2. f3 f of x3 comma y3. Using calculator substitute in the function. Now we can simplify it. Okay, next important observation. Now we can specify in terms of, okay, now the using Adam-Bash predictor formula. Now we can specify in terms of y4p here. Okay, y3 plus h by 24, 55 f3 minus 59 f2 plus 37 f1 minus 9 f0 here. Okay, f4p here 1.0442. Okay, y3 value replace, h value now 0.1, denominator 24, 55 substitution, f3 substitute, 59 f2 substitute, 37 f1 substitute, 9 f0 here. Okay, using calculator now we can find out y4p value here. Next, f4p here, f of x4 y4p here. Okay, substitute in the function, now we get 0.0437 here. Next, apply the Adam-Bash corrector formula. Okay, now what about the corrector formula means here y4c, y3 plus h by 24, 9 f4p plus 19 f3 minus 5 f2 plus f1 here. Okay, all the data substitute. Now, after simplifying we get y4c here 1.0186 here. Okay, now to find the better accurate result, one more time apply the corrector formula here. Yes, f4c here, f of x4 comma y4c. Now after simplifying, now substitute in the function, okay, 0.0437 here. Next, okay, now the same expansion here replace F4P here, F4C replace, now we get F4C1 1.0186 here. Okay, the same expansion, okay, the same answer now we can obtain here. Okay, therefore finally y of 4.4 1.0186 here. Okay, one of the important observation in such a way that we can estimate y of 4.4 at the particular point of x4 the corresponding here with the help of the Adam-Bush fourth method here. Okay, is it clear? Now the example 3 with the help of Adam-Bush fourth method, now we can estimate here. Okay, now thank you for watching video.